Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Halloween special of my TV show. Today, as you know, it's common knowledge that October 31 is, as this day it is, 2021, is Halloween. And this morning, it is 9:30 a.m. as I'm filming right at this very moment. So, I'm going to show you a little bit of decorations I have around. Let me just show you for a little bit. So here is a jack-o'-lantern. I mean, this is made out of plastic. I bought this about, I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago, something like that. I mean, I've had it for quite a while. I mean, I only bring this up because, you know, today is Halloween, so I think it's best if I show it there. Now, here are the decorations from the house. These are like these stickies. You see 2 ghosts, a haunted house, a yellow moon, purple bats, a black haunted house, and a black twisted tree. You can't really see the eyes very well. It's a bit cloudy out this morning, as I figured. And today, also because today is Monday. I'm sorry, it's Sunday. Yeah, and this is my designated day of the week that I will be weighing myself to see how much I weigh, but also to see how many inches I've lost around my belly, if you can see it. Okay, yeah, and hopefully that I'll be having good results because I'm really trying hard. I mean, I've been trying to have a stricter 1950 calorie diet, you know, for 5 or 6 weeks now. So, you know, or probably longer than that, probably more like, probably 9 weeks or something like that, give or take. So I'm going to see how things are when I weigh myself. So when I get back, I'm going to show you, because whenever I weigh myself, or, you know, before I begin showing you the food I have and what I'm going to eat, no recipes in this video, but I will show you a couple foods which happen to be from previous recipes of previous episodes that will appear later in this episode. So I'm going to go weigh myself and see where I'm at with my belly fat. And, you know, and hopefully I'll have good results and I'll report to them right when I get done, okay? So I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back, and I did my weight loss thing, or, you know, what I did my, you could say, I don't know, it's like where I, you know, just, you know, check, yeah, I guess you could say, weight checking, you could say. I did my weight and belly check, and it looks like I do weigh the same as I did last week, because I weigh about 173 pounds, and mind you, this is me without any clothes. I'm like when I'm completely naked in my birthday suit. You get the idea. Basically, I weigh 173 pounds currently, so I weigh the same as I did last week. And my belly fat, you know, my belly is around, well, the thing you should know, it's really tricky, you know, when it comes to trying to measure around your belly, because you may have to do it several times, because, you take it you know, like measuring tape, and not to be confused with what we use for construction, not like that. But we're talking about where it's, you know, like white, and it's a lot more flexible. It's very silky and smooth or whatever, that it can fit right around your skin pretty well. Which you can pick that up from the Dollar Tree or something like that. In which, that's where I bought these things from the Dollar Tree. I bought them this year, like about, I think about a month ago, give or take. So, anyways, getting back to my, just telling you what you should know about checking your weight as I do every week. And I do this every week, on Sunday. Okay, sometimes I forget to do that, but that's very rare, fortunately, since I should know when to do it and whatever. So, again, whenever you weigh yourself, or like when you check around where your belly is or whatever, you have to make sure that, you use the, I'm not thinking very straight right now. I feel like the Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz, or he can't think, or Winnie the Pooh, or whatever. Anyway, because I like those fictional characters, and it's Halloween, it's a day of horror, but for me it's a lot about fantasy, and you can see the jack-o'-lantern behind me. So, anyways, I digress. So, the measuring tape, it's tricky because you have to do it several times to determine what your belly fat is. For me, I averaged it to about 37.5 inches, so it looks like I gained about half an inch since last week when I was like 37 inches, which is a miracle, but I must have ate something. It probably, I had to have eaten more calories than I was supposed to, or I don't know, because it all fluctuates, so don't be too disappointed if your weight loss or coming back or whatever, because it takes time, it takes days, well, not merely days, but it takes weeks or months for you to actually lose, body fat and your total weight. So don't feel too disappointed. Don't get all upset. I know I used to do that a lot before, but I'm trying to be a lot more mature. That I learn and I grow. Maybe I need to cut back on some more calories, and maybe I should move a bit more around the house. Just doing that is key. And, to losing body fat and your total weight. So, as I was saying, another thing you should know about whenever you weigh yourself, it's best to make sure that you, make sure that you, when you wake up, like, don't eat breakfast and then wait. It's best to make sure that you go weigh yourself on an empty stomach every morning, because, or, wait, like, for at least a 10-hour fast, and then see where you're at. But it's been over 10 hours since I've ever eaten it. Probably been over half a day now, so, wait a minute. Yeah, well, it has to be, yeah. Unless you're counting gum or mints or whatever, but that should probably count too, because technically they do have a few calories, but not too many though. I try to make sure I buy things that are like about 5 or fewer calories for gum, mints, and just a very light candy, to eat, to snack on throughout your day, which I think is a fantastic idea. It really does help me along the way when I'm trying to lose weight. But there are other ways you can do this too, and I'll show you in just a moment. But, I'm just also letting you know, also before you weigh yourself and measure on your belly, it's best, I think, to use the toilet like to go pee or to urinate in the toilet to get as much out as you can, flush, of course. And I, for one, personally, I always just kind of do the whole weight loss stuff in my birthday suit. Yes, nude, naked, all natural. You get the idea. Not to sound too graphic, because I'm trying to keep this show pretty clean, but for those who don't like me mentioning nudity, I apologize. So, anyways, let's get back to the show, shall we? I think I've told you everything, so... Oh, by the way, I'm not really dressed up. I do like doing that, but I don't really feel like that. I haven't really been doing that, year after year after year, because You know, because it's hard to think of what you're trying to dress up as, like what character or whatever you are, you know, every Halloween. So I don't bother. I just go as myself pretty much. I'm in my outfit. You can see it's kind of hard to see at this thing. I'm wearing some like, you know, black slippers I got last Christmas, and I have like a pair of like these I just picked up like about a week or two ago, and these pants I've had these for about a year, and this is a nice shirt. I wear these as my pajamas because as I've been losing weight, you know, and getting thinner, then that's when I need to have less clothes on. I need to have more clothes on, which I feel a lot more comfortable because I'm getting more used to wearing pajamas. A while ago, I still like to kind of sleep in my undies though, like with the underpants and my white t-shirt on or whatever, but that's pretty typical of what I used to do. I did it more like when I was a teenager, but not so much now because I'm 29 almost, so when I say teenage, like when I was a young adult, 13 to 19 years old, I did it. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so anyways, let's get to what I'm gonna have for breakfast, but let me just show you a little something. Take a good look in my cupboard. This is a couple like things that I bought from Diet on Sale. It's called Single Source Biocitrin. It's supposed to help for sugar cravings, appetite suppressant. You know, it's supposed to help you with your diet. Not to never ever ever rely on these alone when you're trying to lose weight. Okay, we don't want to starve ourselves. We need the calories, so don't be stupid, okay? Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna... and that's what a lot of those keto guys out there want to do. They want to just starve themselves, and that's terrible. So, you know, you got to eat food. Okay. So, Biocitrin, there's 90 capsules in here. It says, your single source for all your dietary supplement needs. It says, suggested use. As a dietary supplement, take one capsule 30 to 60 minutes before meals with a full glass of water or as directed by a physician. But I think it's best if I actually can take these about, like, 2 or even 3 hours before I eat. That's just me, but it's best to do it, you know, just shortly after you eat. Not, like, right after you eat, but, you know, like, just maybe minutes before or after, or maybe an hour after, maybe you should take it, or I don't know. I bought these two. I haven't used these yet. I haven't but basically, unlike this, the Biocitrin, the Dicaps, I think that's how you pronounce it, suggested use as a dietary supplement. Come on, this camera has to, good boy. Suggested use. As a dietary supplement, take one capsule with each meal or as directed by a physician. Unlike this, is where you have to, where you basically take before you eat any food. And this is what you take while you're eating. And they say about, you know, for each meal, like say, group of foods that you eat. Anyways, I took about maybe 2 of these so far, so I'm down to 88 capsules basically, and I would say that should be helpful. But again, I only take those if I feel like, oh, I'm gonna eat a lot of foods I really know are really high calories, like a lot of fat, a lot of sugar. It's so yummy, 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 but I just gotta suppress it, and this will help. Trust me, I can really save your life. Okay, so on to breakfast. Okay, so I got what's called the caramel cocoa bar. Hold on a second. I think my dad's coming back. I'll be right back. False alarm, guys. It turns out my dad's not home yet. That knocking outside is just someone who is just working on construction, building some structure of some sort. I don't know. Anyway. So, the caramel cocoa bar, I'm gonna, here's all the food that I have right here, which I'll be showing you later on, but let me just pick out specifically the caramel cocoa. Oh. Made by Skinny Diet, aka Robard. Premium nutrition products. It has 15 grams of protein per bar. And it's 160 calories. Yes. 160 calories. It has 5 grams of fat, 4 grams of saturated fat, which is kind of high, but not terrible. Total carbohydrates, 18 grams, 4 grams of fiber, which is quite good, 10 grams of sugar with 2 grams of sugar alcohol, 15 grams of protein. It has 25 grams, or 25% daily value of iron, and I think it's mostly in the 35% of daily value of copper. So yeah, I do like these bars. They're pretty good. Yeah, I will show you, what I think of these. Just give you a moment. On with the taste test. I mean, this, I know it's very unusual, and you may think, yeah, it looks like a candy bar, smells like a candy bar. It even tastes like one, too. I like it. It's not as sweet, but it doesn't have to be, because this is quite good. And this is pretty much my breakfast. I know it's not something you usually would like to have for breakfast, which is something like cereal, oatmeal, omelet, pancakes, sausage, etc. Why have those when you can have this for breakfast? It's very quick, right on the go. Just minutes before you have to go to work and stuff, like having to do it, like say, about an hour. But this would only take you about 5 minutes to eat. But I'm just showing you. But I really like this though. Caramel cocoa bar, so delicious. What a way to start your day, huh? Eating a candy bar. Well, at least it's not a real one. I mean, this is because you should know this, that you don't really want to eat actual candy bars, that's full of sugar and, fat and whatever, like a chocolate candy bar, because it has a lot of calories, much more so than this does. It has a lot more sugar than this, probably some more fat. And the reason is because, sugar, I mean, I like sugar, I think is good for you, and same with saturated fat or whatever, but let's face it, it's not going to make you full by itself. And a lot of it is just boring. It's like you eat it, it tastes really good, but it's just like, that was so pointless. And not only this also contains some vitamins and minerals that none of those candy bars can ever provide. I mean, I think a candy bar is typically about 240 calories, give or take, with about 33 or something grams of sugar. But this has, like, I think 12. So they basically cut over half the amount, and that's pretty good. And they probably trimmed down the fat a little bit too. In favor of protein, and they also, you save 160 versus 240, so you save 80 calories from eating this. That's right, 80 calories. Oh, for some people they say, oh, it's not such a big deal, but if you really think about it, if you compare something like that to, say, I can't think of any comparisons right now, but I really do like this. Alright. Let's not keep showing me eat this because it uses up a lot of video and it'll get really boring. I mean, it's a TV special, so it's bound to be a longer one. Or like a longer, unlike the usual episodes, this would be a pretty long one. So just stick around, guys, and I'll show you some more. Hi again. So I'm going to show you, this is my lunch. You know what this is? A bag of candy. Pretty healthy, huh? Well, I'll just show you how healthy it is. Just about, I'll be right there. Just gotta put my camera someplace because I need both hands to unwrap it up. So, okay, this might take a bit of time. Okay, I won't probably show you dump it out, but I'll be right there. Okay, so yeah, like that green bag, I just put all this candy in. That was from I've been saying that, you know, just a few weeks before Halloween, I bought all this candy that you see right here, except for this stuff. But all these candies, they're from a company called Dr. John's Healthy Sweets, if you ever heard of them. For those who don't know what that is, it's basically a company that makes healthier candies, basically. It's basically they insert some, like, vitamin C, fiber, vitamin D for some of them. They also, you know, it's like they put in like, you know, artificial sweetener to cut down the calories substantially while, you know, making it more tooth friendly as well as being something that should be helpful for the belly. So anyways, like here's the candy that you see right here. Oh, it's upside down. This is Keto Wise. This is made from a company called Health Smart Foods. Keto Wise milk chocolate bars. It says it's 110 calories, but I actually did the math and don't let this fool you. It's actually 160 because there's been a bit of an error on. And this same applies to this and this. Unfortunately, the nutrition facts labels may not always tell you the truth, which is unfortunate. And apparently this says 110, but I did after looking over the macro breakdown, as you see right here. I could always look at the back of the box too, so, like, either one of these, you can't really tell from the packaging alone, since they're quite identical, but one of them is the milk chocolate crisp bar, where they probably add some rice to it. And then the other one is just plain milk chocolate. These candy bars, they have like 4 squares, like much like as you see here, but this is a bit fatter, thicker. This is a thinner, kind of longer, but no matter how you slice it, it's the same. It's about the same amount of calories, and it's also has about the same nutritional value. Like it has 10 grams of fat, it has 8 or 9 grams of fiber in it. I could just look at the back of so let's take the Keto Wise. These are all made by Health Smart, mind you. So anyways, the nutrition facts. There's 6 servings per container, whereas these only have 5 bars. This just has 1 more since we got lucky. So it has 0 sugars, maltol-free, omega-3 and 6 fatty acids. It has only 1 net carb out of 14 grams of total carbs, with 8 grams of fiber, 5 grams of erythritol, which is like a sugar. I would recommend for just about everyone. It has 110 calories in it. 10 grams of total fat. And let's take a look at this. This also has, come on, my camera's looking very blurry. Come on, I can't see anything. Just give us some time. Oh, here we go. It's nutrition facts. 5 servings per container. It's 115 calories, which is, I round up to about 120. But don't let this fool you. This might even be 170 or something like that if you actually do the math. Dietary fiber, 8. 9 grams saturated fat, which is 5. 4 grams of protein. It doesn't have as much protein, but it's got plenty of fiber in it, though. So that should, much like protein, it will make you quite full, which is also to help you, with your bowel movement, to make you, well, I know, hopefully this won't sound disgusting if you're eating right now. I mean, I'm trying to keep this show pretty G-rated, but it's like it makes you defecate or, to poop, like, in the when you go to the bathroom, Something that's very helpful in that regard. So, these are all the chocolate candy bars I have right there. And what I'm going to show you are these lollipops. As I've shown you the Dr. John's lollipops. This is, I believe, cherry flavor. I'm not sure. I have to taste it. So, here... Cherry lollipop. This is a really big amount. This is the biggest I've ever bought. This contains like 30 servings. It was 2 lollipops, just 30 calories. It has 8 grams of fiber. It has 5 grams sugar, alcohol, 15 grams of total carbohydrates, which is basically only 2 net carbs. Yeah, it's plant-based, basically, which is also great. So that's, that's just for this alone, but you have, like, this sort of tooth shape. This is, I think, supposed to be, I taste it, it actually tastes more like grape, but I'll show you in just a moment. It's supposed to be blackberry. Where did it go? Here it is. It's supposed to be, this one over here. Then you have something like, this is the classic fruit hard candy, blue raspberry, cherry, grape, lemon, lime, and orange, which has 35 calories for 4 pieces. Amazingly low calorie, 10 grams of fiber. It has 6 grams sugar, alcohols, 18 total carbs, so that makes it about 2 net carbs. And then, that should be pretty good. Now, on to, well, that's what for the hard candies I've showed you, hold on. It's quite rich in vitamin C. It's 160%. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, I just dropped this on the floor. This is the lollipop. It says fiber and vitamin C, so it'd be the equivalent of having like a piece of fruit. Minus all the sugar, therefore more calories. So, there's also, I'll show you those two. These are just like caramels and taffy, but in a moment, these are the flavors. This is like yellow. I think this is like lemon. And this is probably the blue raspberry. This has got to be orange. And this is probably, I don't know, cinnamon, I guess. I just kind of, they do have that flavor. I'll show it maybe some other time, but these are just all that I have right now. Like this whole collection, 5 bags of the candy. Anyway, so what you see here, like these, where it's like a yellow, green, and like kind of yellow, like those supposed to be, they're called caramel apple taffy. It's 45 calories. It's for 2 pieces. You get 5 servings. I don't know how many servings I used up by now. It has only 0.5 grams of fat, which is pretty low in fat. It has 12 grams of carbs. There's no fiber, unfortunately, so it's just basically, it's predominantly carbs, no protein. It also has 15% vitamin D, which is not too bad. Then we also have the caramels, the sugar-free, low-calorie caramel, vanilla swirl, and chocolate swirls, which are, let me see if I have them anywhere. These ones, yeah, like the ones where it's kind of brown or dark brown versus the light brown kind of yellow. These are the the orange yellow color, like these are vanilla and that's the chocolate. These sugar-free, low-calorie caramel, vanilla swirl, and chocolate swirl. And as far as this candy goes, this probably has the most calories. It's 100 calories for 4 pieces. That's about 25 calories per piece. So there's 1.5 grams of total fat, only 1 gram of saturated fat, which is fairly low. It has less than 5 milligrams of cholesterol, which sounds good. It has 100 milligrams of sodium, 28 grams of total carbs. It has 28 grams of sugar alcohols, which is amazingly high. 1 gram of protein, better than none. Vitamin D is 50%. Oh my goodness, even more so, way more than, say, the caramel apple taffy. But anyways, that's all the candy that I'm showing you, and now I'm gonna, show you like my opinion, like what they taste like, and if I say it's any good or not. It is good, at least I think so. But you'll have to try that out for yourself. So, I'll show you just a bit. Hold on. And now, it's time to try out the candy. I know I look really white, like a ghost. Woo! Very, like I look like an albino guy. Don't worry, I don't have albinism, so I'm not an albino. I'm just a white guy, or I'm very Northwest European, like Irish, German, whatever. It's like, okay, so let me take out this. Oh, another thing is, if I were albino, the color of my hair would be like basically white or very silver. I would have like gray eyes, and I would have like red pupils. So yeah, I'm definitely not an albino, but despite my skin color kind of looking like that, because albinos are indistinguishable, but fairly, not always though, but anyway. So here we go. Let's try out this candy. It's my lunch, my Halloween lunch. I know it doesn't sound very healthy, but don't worry. This should be, definitely better for your teeth, because, so much sugar isn't as good for your teeth. But since this has far less sugar in it, this should be pretty good for your teeth. So you don't have to, you don't have to be so fearful of, feeling, oh, you're going to get cavities. But that can easily be mitigated as long as you eat less sugar. And then I'm sure that your teeth will be getting a lot better. But sugar is not the only thing that can cause tooth decay, but that's one of them. So anyways, I digress. Let's, I'm just going to pick out, like, just one piece of candy. I'll save these two for later, because these take the longest to eat, because it's, or I can just bite into them, I guess, because this is just for the lollipops. But I'll do that part later, but I suppose I can do the hard candies. Okay, I'm just gonna try this one here. It's kind of, probably the cinnamon flavored. So, it is a cinnamon flavor. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's good, but, it's kind of bland though. Admittedly, it's not as good as the fruit flavored candies as you see here. Well, I'll try those out in a moment. But I think it's made with I don't know what it is exactly. It's like, but I still got all the candy stuck in my teeth, so I know. You hear that? It's like it's the candy's stuck between my teeth, but luckily the saliva hopefully will kind of help break it down in my mouth with the teeth. I gotta use your tongue too. Okay, so next I'm gonna try lemon. It's like yellow. Down the hatch. Mmm. 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 Very lemony. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. But, though, I mean, ideally you should really just suck on it, but the reason I'm biting onto these is because I don't have as much time to eat them all up, so... It is a bit of a pain just to eat the candy, but I'm doing it because I'm trying to save time instead of me trying to suck on it. Which would be a much healthier idea, so you ingest the nutrients better. Even if it does contain sugar, which isn't bad, but trying to save calories and trying to do something better for our teeth, you know. Anyway. I know, it's pretty difficult. And ignore that Jesus picture in the background. I'm not really that religious. My parents are. Because my mom died over 2 years ago. My dad's still, if he's 64 years old, and he has that picture on the wall, which I'm not really the most proud of because I'm not very religious. It's probably like over 14 years ago since I've gave up my faith, and rightfully so, I don't miss going to church. So if you're very religious, I'm sorry if I offended people, but anyway. I'm gonna try out the orange now, which is bound to be sweeter, as it is in real life, unlike lemons, even though they're both citrus fruits. Mmm. Mmm. Orange flavor. I got one more left to go, and this is the blue raspberry, so let's just stick around for more. Even this candy is making my teeth sore. But fortunately, there's no actual like sugar, not even 1 gram of it in there. So it would be way worse for our teeth, for sure. Oh, last but not least. Hold on. Get in there. Come on. Oh, get in my mouth. Okay? Come on. This thing will not come out. Oh, well, that's more civilized, I suppose. Mmm. Way better. Mmm. This is the best flavor in my opinion, the blue raspberry. The cinnamon was the worst, lemon was better, orange is better, but this is the best. I can't believe it. I actually did. Oh my god, it's a coincidence that I actually made you know, I never thought of it that way, but I just ate it in order of just, you know, how I'd rank it and judge it, you know, just of my opinion. Like, this has to be the best tasting candy I've ever ate. I love it. It is my favorite out of the 4 pieces I just ate, so. I just like raspberry. It not only does it taste good, but the actual fruit is quite healthy for you. It's a uniquely healthy fruit. No, food. It's a superfood. I have to think. 35 calories for all the candy for 4 pieces. That's like about that's like about 8 calories per, like a little over 8 calories per piece. That was good. Now, let's get on to these, well, this has the smallest amount, so this should go quicker. These are I'm just going to try one of each of these, because since I already did all those flavors, there's really no need for me to go through all these and show video, because I got 2 of these, so I'm just going to eat just only one of the other, so. Same goes with this, but I'm going to try 2 of these because they're different flavors, but these ones are the same as this one because these are vanilla, and this one, of course, is chocolate. So, here we go. And it's really sticky, too. You just have to kind of... I don't know what they use to make this with, but... Anyways, here goes nothing. How about... I'm just gonna show you some garbage. That is so good. Smooth. Went to my mouth a lot easier. I mean, it's harder to get off, but it's easier to chew because it's smoother, it's more soft for your teeth. It's so flippin' amazing. What can I say? Okay, so now I'm gonna try these. I'll do the vanilla first. This one's even harder to get off, too. Well, just a little bit, but... See, it's still stuck onto the... Okay. Plastic. Vanilla. Rich in vitamin D, too. That was good. Now on to the chocolate, which is brown, dark brown color. It's still hard to get off, but mmm. It's hard for me to know which one I like better, my chocolate or the vanilla. I'm just kind of debating on that. Okay, so now I'm gonna try on yeah, I'm gonna try on the I try out this Keto Wise candy bar, milk chocolate flavored fat bombs. Hold on a second. Sorry, that was just my dad. He's making noise. Anyway, I'm gonna try out this candy. And I don't need to show you me eating all of these at once. I'll just break off one, just tell you what I think of it. Well, here goes nothing. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. These are so good. These taste just like chocolate candy bars. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, it tastes just like if you bought like your usual, like very nutritionally bland Hershey's, candy bar for if you pick up one for the grocery store, which has a lot more calories in it because it has a lot of sugar and probably some more fatness. But this, and saturated fat, whatever. But this, I would assume, has less. I don't quote me on that, but 6 grams of saturated fat, which is is a bit high, but anyway, these are so amazingly delicious. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, these are fantastic. And now I've got this the chocolate, right? Which is, I don't know which one it is, the milk chocolate or the milk chocolate with crispy, Rice Krispies in it. Which is basically the equivalent of a Crunch Bar. I love those. Well, let's find out. It says made with maltose-free, gluten-free, kosher-free, all-natural, sweet with stevia, reduced calorie. Yeah. Down the hatch. I can see a little bit of crunchy parts in the back, if you can see. So this has to be the Krispies. Here it goes. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Tastes mighty good. It tastes just like Crunch Bars. Might be slightly different in taste and texture, I admit, but it's far from identical, but close enough. Now here we go with the milk chocolate. Notice how smooth. That lets you know that this is just the regular milk chocolate. They also have dark chocolate, which I should try sometime, which I haven't bought yet, but let me just give this a try. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Oh man, this really does taste really amazing. I'm sure you will love these candies. You know, you may not want to ever buy any real candy ever again. Anyway, on to the lollipops. This is supposed to be the blackberry flavor, but I'll tell you what I think. It's really grapey from at least my taste buds, but here we go. Yeah. It tastes pretty grapey, admittedly. Now, cherry flavored. I think that's what it is. Let me try. Here it goes. Oh my god, this is the cherry flavored one. So I did pick out the right one, or the right bag. So I was correct. Yeah. If you're probably wondering what I did, I put the them on the back of the, just because I'm not going to show you it up entirely, because I'm just trying to not bore you with this video, with this TV special I'm doing. So maybe because it's a Halloween special and I don't want to take too much time. So of course I'm going to do other specials, like such as maybe for my birthday, because I'm going to be 29, but I don't know if I'm going to do that yet, but maybe I will. But I'm going to do Thanksgiving, and I'm going to do Christmas, and to celebrate my Irish heritage, probably like St. Patrick's Day, or maybe even something for Valentine's Day, or I don't know, Easter, or something like that. So, that's all I have to show you for my lunch. Man, I know it sounds like, that's what you call that lunch? Naughty. That's the attitude that we've been conditioned to, especially when our parents like, no, candy's really bad for you. Even on Halloween, that's no, no, no. Or on Christmas, or Easter, or Thanksgiving, when you probably would eat candy too. Probably Valentine's Day. And they say, no, not okay. Well, what's so bad with that? Candy is good for you. Because I said earlier that sugar is good for you. Well, obviously, I'm not saying you should eat in obscenely large amounts, because it will not make you full, for one thing. And second of all, unlike such as, with the exception of protein, which is basically a nutrient you can have as much as you like, because it's basically the most important nutrient for our bodies. But something like sugar, not as much. Same with saturated fat. But it's not to say that it isn't. It's not to say that it isn't healthy. I mean, of course it's healthy. I mean, it's got everything in moderation. So, anyways, I'm gonna later show you what I'm gonna be eating for snacks. So, I'll see you later. Bye. And it's snack time, guys. I know it's a bit early, but I'm just gonna go over with the foods that I have, right here. So here is Protomax, chocolate-coated soy snacks. I might have shown you these before, but I'm not positive. So this is what package it comes with. You kind of have to break it apart, because you can kind of feel in there. They're like little pieces. Never mind. Sorry. You get the idea. I feel like I want to keep crushing these. As I say, that's the main drawback to these, that they don't break apart as easily. I still like them though. I mean, let me just explain the nutritional highlights. These contain, each bag or, packet contains 150 calories, 6 grams of fat, 4.5 grams of saturated fat. It has 11 grams of total carbs, as 5 grams of total sugars. So it's about 6 or 7 net carbs. Wait a bit. Wait, 5, 11 minus 5 is 6, but it's a little bit, so it's probably about 6 or 7, net carbs, that's right. I could be wrong. 15 grams of protein, it has 15% daily value of calcium, and 10% daily value of iron, 4% daily value of potassium. Sounds pretty good. So I'm just going to put that over there temporarily. And here is a Supreme Caramel Bar made by a company. I might have shown you it before. It's called, maybe not, it's called the Size of Protein Proto Diet. Also known as, I think it's called Pro Amino or something like that. It's a company from Canada, Proto Foods. I bought this from Nutmeg State Nutrition, which is a website that actually distributes these goods, but Proto Foods, which is a company that made and sells this, they also have where you can buy it directly from there, which is awesome. Because some of the foods from Proto Foods, some of it's made in Canada and some of it's made in this country, the United States. And the Supreme Caramel Bar, as you see, there's, as you would guess, each of these boxes contain about 7 or whatever. That's usually how it is. So let's just go over it. Nutrition facts. So in regards to the foods, the nutrition is 150 calories, 4.5 grams of total fat, 2 grams of saturated fat. It has 95 milligrams of sodium, 105 milligrams of potassium, 15 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, dietary fiber, 1 gram of sugar alcohol, 11 grams of sugars, 15 grams of protein. It has 8% daily value of iron, 10% daily value of calcium. And that's pretty much it for that. For these bars here. So next I'm going to show you, I'll get to this just a second. So here's the pretzel twist. It has 12 grams of protein and it has 4 grams of fiber, 120 calories per packet. It has 3 grams of fat, 1.5 grams of saturated fat. It has 10 milligrams of cholesterol, which is pretty low. 320 milligrams of sodium. It has 11 grams of total carbs, which is 4 so if you subtract 5 from 11, then you get 6 total net carb. You get 6 net carbs. So, and that's pretty much it. There aren't any vitamins and minerals, nothing that significant anyway. So, anyways, the last thing to show you before I demonstrate the taste of these, so I can give you my opinion, like showing you my taste of these foods. So the Skinny Diet, aka Robard, as you know, this is also made by Robard, by the way. Okay, so this is called the Fulfill Mixed Fruit Drink. It's more like a wild berry. I call it the Berry Blast. It's rich in fiber. It has 5 grams of fiber per drink, so that's like about, it's like 6 grams of net carbs. 6 grams of carbs, so it's only 1 net carb. Wow. It has 50% vitamin C daily value. It has 10% of each, which are 10% daily value of folate, pantothenic acid, manganese, thiamine, biotin, and magnesium. 4% a daily value of potassium. So vitamin C, this is quite rich. It's like 50%. I mean that's amazingly high though. even though it can't beat like a piece of fruit, which is probably, I think, pretty rich in vitamin C. It's probably about over 100%. Even though you can really get up to 100% of anything. But anyways, this is what it looks like when you make it. The color is kind of deceiving. This is more like an orange, or this is kind of more like a pink. Kind of more, kind of like my skin, except my skin is, of course, a little bit, a teeny bit more yellow because, it's human skin. It has more of a, so, like, for me, I have more pink undertones, but it doesn't quite match that, so it goes to show how relative color is, how there's such a difference between the two. So anyways, that's it for all the snacks. So I'm gonna just I'm just gonna show you what these and the pretzels, or what they look like when I put them in bowls. Or for the case of demonstration, even though I just take just one bowl, but for the purpose of demonstration, I'm just going to show you the whole bowl, or I mean, just show you two bowls instead of you just reusing just one small little bowl. I'll be right back. Wow, what a setup, isn't it? Yeah. So this is what the balls look like inside the in this little bowl here. Is slightly bigger bowl here, which is with the pretzels. I mean, they can technically fit in this too, but it'd probably make it look a little bit like it's coming out. So yeah, the pretzels are quite good looking, and here's the chocolate. They're kind of like malt balls, if you will. And here is the Supreme Caramel Bar, which is quite similar to the Caramel Cocoa Bar I had this morning for breakfast, but this is a little smaller, but it's about the same amount of calories, like 150, 160, give or take. And here's the drink, which is only 15 calories, or about 20 calories, give or take, for the whole drink. I mean, but I must warn you that when I put this, like, this is what the packets look like. It says, excellent source of fiber, 5 grams per serving, a nutritionally designed fiber drink, fulfill mixed fruit. Yeah, this is the packet, and when you put the packet in, or like you put the powder and you combine it with the water, the powder gets kind of stuck, if you can see it. You see that? It's kind of stuck to the bottom. It's like you have to use a fork to kind of take it out, like so. You just kind of have to stir it up. So that's it, just to show you off of the snacks or whatever. So let's do the taste test for all these snacks, shall we? Okay, so let's try out these snacks, shall we? First, my drink. Very fruity, very berry-like. I may want to stir it up a bit more with the fork here, because you might see that's kind of stuck a little bit. You can't really see it from here, but as the main drawback to the fiber drinks is that the powder that's inside of the, like when you combine it with the water and I add some ice, just to make it nice and cold, even though it's getting to that time of year where I'm gonna have to eat more you know, something a little bit more fatty, so a bit more sugary, but still pretty, you know, like hot foods, you know, to help me, you know, through the winter, because we're getting close to November, and that's around where Thanksgiving, and then December, which is Christmas and my birthday, and then the New Year, and the rest you know. So let's try out these pretzels, shall we? Take a look at that. Kind of shaped like my nose. It's like a rounded triangle. It's like kind of wide looking. It has a fat horizontal shape. Mmm. Yummy, isn't it? That's good. What'd be even better is if you can dip it into some sort of like a sauce, like tomato, like cheese sauce. You know, actually, they do have like a cheese sauce that you can buy. It's like protein. It's 110 calories per serving. It's like, I think, 15 grams, made by Healthwise or Nutritional Resources Incorporated, which makes it. It's from what I can remember, I thought it was good, but I'll show you that some other time. I actually have it down in the basement, along with some mashed potatoes, which I'll incorporate for Thanksgiving. And some soup and hot cocoa, and probably later this month though. I might show you it in some other video. Or not. Depends on my mood. Anyway. Let's try out these little guys here, the chocolate. Mmm. 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 And now, last but not least, as far as the snacks go for this Halloween, the Supreme Caramel Bar, made by Protodiet. Mmm. 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 It's good, but it's not as good as, like, say, the caramel cocoa bar I had for breakfast this morning, but nevertheless, it's good, and it's also, you can't really be compared in terms of taste to say that of, those chocolate candy bars that I've shown you, that I tasted. It's good nonetheless, though. Mmm. When you combine these together, when putting them in your mouth, it would be like almost having like chocolate covered pretzels. Mmm. I love the sound of that. I know a lot of people, I would think most people like pretzels, most people like chocolate. And if you like both of them so much, why not have both? They're an excellent combination. Anyways, that's it for my snacks. So I'll see you later for dinner tonight. It's dinner time, guys, for this Halloween party. Ooh, look at the scary. Oh, look at that. And look at it light up. I'll just show you just a moment. Take a look at that. That's pretty cool, huh? I'm trying to get an angle so I don't get the light in the camera. A great way to celebrate the occasion. Great to see it glow. And you've seen enough. So anyways, on with the dinner. So, as you can see, this is the main dish here, which is the cheesy meaty pizza that I did a recipe of a little while back. I mean, this is a recipe I'm quite proud of. Like, unlike the other pizzas I made previously, this pizza I added like some low-fat, like 1% low-fat cottage cheese in here. But it also contains, you know, some spices and, let me think for a moment. The spices I add, or, you know, to add for seasoning is, let's see, cayenne pepper, turmeric, oregano, and cumin. Yeah, I listed all of them, including, of course, the salt and pepper. And I got this cherry Kool-Aid drink right here, which is nice and bloody red. Don't worry, it's not real blood. You know, that's just part of the, you know, the fun entertainment, you know. And the soup that you see here is this stuff, cream of chicken, or shall I say, cream of chicken with vegetables by Robard. When this particular soup, if you haven't seen this before, it has each packet with the water, not counting the water because there's no calories or any really true nutritional value in it, quote unquote. So it contains 80 calories. It has no fat, even though I think there should be some fat in it because I think it seems very suitable for soup. But anyways, total sugars, like less than 1 gram. It has 7 carbs, less than 1 gram of fiber. Even though it has 12 grams of protein, it has 10% daily value of calcium and 4% daily value of potassium. Even though I do think there should be some more fat and less carbs, you know, again, this sort of, yes, because it's soup, and I think it's good when you add some fat to the soup, but make sure it leans toward protein because it'll make you fuller, even though the fat is good for our body warmth, whatever. Okay, so then I might have shown you these, I'm not positive. These are the cheddar cheese double bites, and in case you don't remember, let me just go over it so I can freshen up your memory. So this contains 130 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, no saturated fat, or it has 360 milligrams of sodium, 17 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar, less than 1 gram of dietary fiber. It has 10 grams of protein, and there's 6% daily value of potassium. And that's pretty much it for my whole dinner. So let's do the taste test to tell you what I think of all this food. Well, this you already know, but since I added some cottage cheese and some more spices, it may make it taste different and probably even better than the recipe I've done before. But of course, since I've taught you this particular recipe in my previous episodes for the show, I do highly recommend that you add, you know, the turmeric and the cayenne pepper, cumin, and oregano. It really will improve it, trust me. And I think the cottage cheese does, even though it does make it a little heavier, a little bit more, it's just, it makes it kind of a little bit more sloppy a little bit. Other than that, that's pretty good. So let's get on with the taste test, shall we? For all, including the drink and of course the chips and the soup and the pizza. Anyway, let's not dwell on the whole overview of my dinners. Let's just get eating. Okay, so let's dig into our dinners, shall we? Good old Kool-Aid. And the cherry Kool-Aid, and this is the very stuff, it's like a water enhancer. It's a drink mix which comes in the liquid form where you just dilute it, adding some water to it. And as always, no calories. Isn't that great? No sugar, no calories, no nothing. Well, of course there's something in it, but it doesn't affect any calories. Okay. Soup. I had some salt and pepper, by the way. This is good soup, I think. Delicious. Oh, with the chips. What I like to do sometimes is dip it into something, like some condiment, like sour cream or ranch barbecue sauce, whatever, but tastes pretty good to me. Don't mind me, I'm just putting some stuff away because what I was just showing you was just an extra one that I'll have tomorrow because that'll be my last year, November 1 for the whole, until Tuesday when I'll start having a fresh new menu plan for the whole week as part of my diet plan. So, these are good though. I like them. And there are some ways how you can actually hold on for a bit. I just want to say, since Halloween, I thought about one way you can interpret such foods. Like, this is of course blood, and this is like orange-yellow color, makes it almost like pumpkins or something like that. And here's the soup, it's like a witch's brew. Yeah. And this is like, pizza, makes it look like, some really, obese guy who ate way too much saturated fat when you just cut him open. You know, cutting open his autopsy or whatever. I mean, I know it sounds disgusting, it sounds pretty graphic, but this is, I've seen a photo before, like, where it literally looks like pizza inside, because it's, like, really, like, a lot of the fat of cheese, and some blood, red, the tomato sauce. It just looks like pizza. Yeah, like a pizza chest, if you will. I know. And that's one way you can interpret it with the sausage, you know, the meat. It's like, it makes it really yucky and stuff. Anyways, I'm sorry if I grossed all of you out and scared you, but that's kind of part of the whole festivity of Halloween. You know, like with horror movies and horror stories and all that jazz. So anyways, let's get on with the pizza, shall we? Oh man, this is such good pizza. I'm not even joking. This is quite fabulous. This is so delish. The cottage cheese, I think, makes it more moist, but yeah, you do add more calories to it. I only put a quarter cup in. You got about 6 extra grams of protein, so it's like about 50 grams of protein for the whole pizza. 6 or 7, give or take. Extra add to the pizza. Here's an idea. Dip. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna dip this into here. Thusly. It's not appreciably different in taste, but it's still good nonetheless. That was delicious. Anyways, you've seen enough. I'll see you later for the spooky desserts. pretty yummy too. And I'll give you a hint. Another food that I made will appear in just a moment. So let's let's just wait on that, or I'll let you guys wait, and I'll be right back. So we'll get right to desserts. Got that? See you, bye. It's dessert time, people. Take a look at this. Look at all these 3 bowls, small, medium, and large. Does that remind you of that one story about the girl who met those 3 bears? Goldilocks and the 3 bears, of course. Who doesn't know that story? One of my favorites, since I loved fairy tales of Mother Goose. And don't try to judge me because of me being over age, so to speak. I think I should be able to like whatever I like. So anyway, here I have is the chocolate marshmallow chocolate chips pudding, nutritionally designed from Robard, and it contains 80 calories per packet. It's 1 gram fat, 0.5 grams of saturated fat, less than 5 milligrams of cholesterol, 210 milligrams of sodium, 7 grams of total carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 4 grams of sugar. It has 12 grams of protein, 50% of calcium, 15% daily value of calcium, 6% of iron and potassium. That's it for the... and now I have you say this is from the gelatin. This is a recipe I did before the dessert. I call it the Princess Dollhouse. I think it's like the Princess Dollhouse pudding dessert, which is something that it's a recipe I did a while back. I think it was in July or August, sometime this summer. I did it. Maybe it was September. I can't remember very well. I think it was right around the beginning of when I started doing the show. So anyway, and then we have, and I'm sure I've already shown you an overview of this, so I don't really need to show you that. Anyway, last but not least, you're probably wondering, what is this? By the way, something I add to this, and this is like the marshmallow dip from Walden Farms plus a light Cool Whip to it, and this has some 1% cottage cheese, a quarter cup. Anyway, this is what you see here is protein fluff, which is a pretty popular food. A lot of people, like a lot of dieters out there, really love doing it. It's pretty awesome. It's pumpkin pie flavored, which is something that's could be seasonal. I'm not positive, but it's pumpkin pie flavored pudding shake. But it's a meal replacement. It has per packet's 100 calories, 1.5 grams of total fat, no saturated fat, 5 milligrams of cholesterol, which is super low. 170 milligrams of sodium, which is quite low too. 7 grams of carbohydrates, which includes 4 grams of total sugars, so that boils it down to about 3 grams of total carbs, and 15% or 15 grams of protein. And it has 20%, or most of the nutrients you see is 20% of each of them. But I'm not going to bother to go over all of them because that's just going to take way too much time. So, better set it aside. So, the protein fluff, as I mentioned earlier, is essentially it's basically, it consists of, you take about 20 grams of, protein powder, preferably casein, which I believe this stuff has. Each of these packets about 27 grams, so that's more than enough of what you need. And you need about 6 grams of, I use some xanthan gum, and it's not something I would really recommend using a lot of because it can get really stuck, because this is made, as you see, it's made with a hand mixer. I've shown you when I would use it to make a chocolate cake sort of recipe a while back too. Yeah, using the hand mixer I set to, slow, medium, and then fast, make it really go, to whip up like this it's yeah, this I mean, you get a huge bowl of this. I mean, just look at it. That's enormous, like that. And this is like probably over 100 calories just for this, because xanthan gum does technically add some calories. This is by Bob's Red Mill premium quality xanthan gum, great for baking. And casein powder is also good for making like a lot of like baked goods like cookies, cakes, donuts, muffins, etc. And then another thing you should know is, and then you add like about 10 ounces or more. I think it's better, like the more protein powder, because most of the stuff I have is just protein powder basically. But of this particular flavor, which is pumpkin pie, nutritionally designed pudding and shake, aspartame free. This stuff here, like this protein pudding, you combine the protein powder with the xanthan gum plus some diet soda, like 0%, 0 calorie diet soda or whatever. Now all those people out there who are just so fearful of diet soda, please keep your mouth shut, because it's really not that bad. It's, it contains artificial sugars, but it's not that bad. It's just, diet soda isn't really that much worse for you than regular soda. That's just a bunch of propaganda that we've been taught like over a decade ago. But anyway, you combine all those ingredients, and I mean, it does take a bit of time just to whip this stuff out. It takes like about, at least one time I did it, which was yesterday, it ended up being about, I think, 14 minutes it took just to whip this thing up. But the results were a bit different though. The more xanthan gum you add, it's good. But I also think it's good. Right for this mixture, I also added half a teaspoon of some cream of tartar, which helps to keep it, stabilized as well. To thicken it, of course, which is what xanthan gum is used. That's just it kind of makes it almost like ice cream in a way. You can just refrigerate. You don't want to put it in the freezer. I did this before, and it got really hard as a rock, so I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you want to, but it's up to you. So anyways, and finally this drink. This is made up of, let me just show you what I got here. I have, which are Mio's fruit punch flavored. This is the cherry blackberry flavored, and last but not least, the orange mill. This stuff is almost gone, and so is this. This is still pretty full. I'm gonna buy some more probably tomorrow or Tuesday or something like that. But that's basically it for the whole drink. So let's get down to the taste test, shall we? So I can give you my opinion about the desserts. Let's go. Okay. So let's start let's start with the drink. It's pretty good. Now on to the pudding. Oh, that's just from the Princess Dollhouse gelatin. Anyway. This is I've frozen this, by the way. I let it thaw. Don't put it in for too long, otherwise it'll get really hard. You have to wait a pretty long time for it to thaw. So, I made it just like ice cream though. It's really yummy. I highly recommend it. I mean, if you like something that's like ice cream, I mean, this stuff here is only like about, once I add a little bit of light Cool Whip, which is I think 25 or it's like 20 calories plus the pudding, and no calories from the Walden Farms, which is awesome. So that makes it about 100 calories for this whole bowl. I'm not kidding. What's even more ridiculous is that this stuff here is like about 120 calories. This is a lot compared to this, which is dinky, and this is right in the middle. This has the most calories. This technically, I don't know, I think this has the most calories, or I think the calories of that, and I guess technically this does have the most calories, but not as much though. I mean, this is I guess technically this has the most calories, but this has fewer calories, but it's a way bigger size than this. Goes to show how size is so relative. So anyway, I tasted this sort of chocolate ice cream, which I really like. Oh, granted, it's chocolate pudding. I mean, it's chocolate with marshmallows and chocolate chips in it, so it makes it almost kind of like hot cocoa or s'mores or something like that. Anyway, and here is this. Just as good, if not better, than the last time I had it. So anyways, last but not least, the big one. And mind you, I want to tell you this too, that when I was making this, I had to add like about a cup of water to this because I realized that was just too thick with the xanthan gum. And, you know, it was a bit, it kind of retarded the beaters a bit, so I had to it's so good though. And I have to tell you this right now, it's just to confess, I had to add some extra, you know, like some erythritol or some sort of sweetener, plus some of this stuff. It's like a butter extract with some salt, and I added some maple extract and some ground cinnamon, ground ginger, ground nutmeg, and ground cloves to make it more pumpkin spicy, basically. And the reason why I added those extra flavorings, the sweetness or whatever, because I'd be adding more liquid to, like, more water, it's going to cause the taste and the sweetness from the protein powder, whatever. It's, you know, it would cause the flavor and the sweetness to basically fade away, or, you know, just to kind of diluting it too much. So, look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And this is quite satiating too. I mean, if you eat it, and if you eat it slowly, it'll really fill you up. Trust me, it will. I mean, especially since I added some soda to it. It's best to use carbonated water. You don't want to use, I mean, you can use some water if you like, but it's best to use like soda, basically, because it makes it foam up, adds more volume. But another thing is if you keep blending you know, by using the hand mixers like on high or whatever, for a longer period of time, it also cause the bowl to enlarge. Well, not the bowl per se, but the mixture in the bowl to enlarge. I'm sure you get the idea. Anyway. Quite good. Those are pretty darn good desserts. I really recommend all you guys to try them out. I really do recommend, especially the protein fluff, but everything else I would say is quite good. So that's it for the desserts to show you in this Halloween special. So Yeah, before this whole special comes to a close, I just want to kind of do my outro basically in just a moment. Just wait here. Well, everybody, that's it for this Halloween special, and if you want to call an episode for my TV show, I hope you enjoyed watching it. It was a lot of fun making these foods as well as showing them to you. I really had a fantastic time this year as of 2021 as this episode's filmed, and right now it's almost 9 p.m. It's 8:55 p.m. And well, I don't know what else to say. And hopefully you'll continue watching these, and hopefully I'll make more episodes for this TV show. So until then, so long. Bye. Happy Halloween.